Okay, class, are you there? Can you turn on the mic? Hello?
Hazelnut.
Hazelnut. Okay, hazelnut. Good. Squirrel in the mangrove swamp. In the mangrove swamp. What do you think the squirrel eat? The squirrel eat.
A fruit and otter eating a fish.
Okay, squirrel eat fruits. Otter. This one otter. Otter eat fish. Good. What about bird? The bird in the picture.
Swarm.
Worm. Yes, worm. Other than that, this bird, the bird also can eat
Fruit.
fish. Fish.
Eat
This bird
fruit.
fruit. Okay, this bird. Okay, this type of bird does not eat fish. Okay, bird. This kind of bird, eagle, eat fish. Okay. No, this one eat snake. Sorry, it's snake. Okay, there are two types of eagles. Some of them eat fish only. Some of them only eat snake. Okay, so this type of eagle eat snake. Okay, there are two types of eagle. The one that with white head, brown. That one eat fish. Okay, monkey.
Banana.
Yes, banana fruit. Fruits also. Other than banana, they also eat other fruit. Rambutan. Okay, if there's any rambutan lah. Okay. Other than other than that, monkey also eat small insects. Okay, if there's like lice or small insect, they also eat small insects. And last one, snake. What does a snake eat?
Red.
Monkeys, birds, and
Meat.
squirrels.
Fish. Fish. Snake eat other animals, small animals. For example, like rats. Okay, in this picture, the snake can eat monkey if possible. The snake also can eat squirrel. Okay, this one, and then the snake also can eat birds. Usually the birds in the nest dekat sangkar. Okay, ada anak burung. That one the snake really like to eat. Okay, otter eats
Fish.
fish. Okay, good. So next one, look at this situation. This one is habitat in the water. So in mangrove swamp, right? You look at the picture. There's also habitat in the water. So in the water, you can see lots of all kinds of fish. Okay, there are big fish, small fish. There are also crab. I sure it is crab. Okay, and then there are also like small insect. This one lah. Okay, shrimp, like shrimp. Okay. So this is a stock. Okay, so this one also they want to eat, right? So they will find the food, what they want to eat. For example, the stock, okay, the stock will eat the fish. Okay, the fish will eat, this big fish will eat small fish, or the small fish, or plants also, or plants. And then the crabs also will eat the water plants, the weed and shrimp. Okay, and then the fish will eat the water weed. Okay, this one is water weed. What call the plants in the water. Okay, so this one we call as interdependent for food sources in one habitat. In a habitat. Okay, habitat means where the animals live. Okay, now move on with what is the meaning of food chain. This is the main topic for our subject today. Food chain. A food chain is the food relationship among living things. A food chain is the food relationship among living things. Food chain in BM is rantai makanan. Food relationship hubungan makanan lah. Okay, based on what they eat. Okay, among living things. Okay, this one you have to remember because this is what you are going to answer. Okay, food chains not only can be found in one place only, just now it's in mangrove swamp, but it can be found, they can be found anywhere else too, like in the jungle, in the safari, and in the sea. Okay, in the sea, in the ocean. There can be animals at the school field, at the back of your house if you have any garden. So there can be a lot of food chains in a lot of other places also. Okay. Oh, what lah? Okay. So here are we call as food chain. Let's identify the food chain. Eh? Hello, hello. Eh?
Hello.
Can you see my? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's identify the food chain. Okay, this one is just now fruit. So the animals that eat fruits are squirrel, bird, monkey. Okay, and then snake will eat the monkey. Snake also can eat squirrel. Okay, and then eagle can eat snake. So this one we call as food chain. Okay, so far okay, class?
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. Just now, can you see my presentation just now? Tertutup ke tadi? Ada tengok yang tadi kah sebelum ini? Adakah? Yang ini adakah kamu tengok tadi?
Ada.
Ada?
Tak. Ada. Don't have.
Okay. Tertutup. Alright. Tadi tak ada juga kah? Wait. Okay, so okay lah. Next one. We move on. Now, the relationship is shown as follows. Okay, this one fruits eaten by squirrel, squirrel eaten by snake, and snake eaten by eagle. Okay, this one you can look in your textbook, page 76. Okay. So how do you want to do a food chain? First, replace eaten by just now. This one you replace with arrows. Okay. Fruits, arrow, eaten by. Arrow here means eaten by. Fruits is eaten by squirrel, is eaten by snake, snake is eaten by eagle. So this arrow means eaten by. Okay. And then you want to summarize the food chain. No need to draw or put any picture. You just write down the name of animals like this, or animals or plant. Fruits, arrow. Squirrel, arrow. Snake, arrow. Eagle. So this arrow means eaten by. So it's very easy for you to create or build food chain in a habitat. Okay. So let's build other food chains. Okay, before we start, remember that we must begin the food chain with plants. Okay, so firstly, identify the plants in the habitat. Then we can continue with herbivore animals, omnivore, and carnivore in the end. That means, like this, we must start with plants. And then you find what are animals that eat the plants. And then what are animals that eat the squirrel? Okay, what are animals that eat the snake after that? Okay, so that is how you want to create or build food chain. Macam mana nak buat rantai makanan. Okay, so do you have a paper and pencil right now?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
let's build other food chain. So your task right now, I'm waiting. You have to find 2 food chains in this habitat. So you must start with plants. You just write down fruits or plants. You write down fruits, fruits. And then you draw arrow. Can you do it now? I'm waiting. I will wait for 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, after that, you turn on your camera. You can show to teacher lah. Okay, can you do it now? Okay, after this, I will call your name. Your name. Give your answer.
Madam draw ke?
No need to draw. Write down the name of animals only.
Okay. In the exercise book.
Yes, in your exercise new page. Just now you copy down the exercise, right? In new page, you just scribble. Conting saja dalam exercise. Tidak apa. In the new page, muka surat baru, you just write down, start with fruits. The food chain, 2 food chains. Okay, have you done?
Not yet.
Okay, it's okay. You can use stock, you can use otter. Otter is a predator. That means otter is very hard lah for other animals to eat the otter. Okay. Is it hard? Susah kah?
Yes.
Susah.
Yes.
Senyap saja kelas ini. Hello. Cikgu cakap seorang kan ni? Okay. Anyone ada yang sudah siap kah?
Not yet. It's
Okay.
hard.
Hard. Okay. Okay, now listen to me carefully. You write down, okay? Okay, class? Okay, write down fruits. And then you write down arrow. You draw arrow. And then fruits is eaten by, choose other animals over here. Let's try squirrel. Squirrel, okay. And then, oh no. Squirrel, and then you draw arrow again. Squirrel is eaten by snake. And then you draw another arrow. Snake is eaten by eagle. Okay. Okay, wait. Okay, can you see this one? Okay, you can write down. Okay, other than fruits, you can write down what to eat. Or you can just write down plants. If you don't know what is the name of the plants in the water, you can write down plants. And then you write down arrow. Okay, other than plants is this one.
Animal.
Fish. You can write down fish. Okay. Oh, I'll do this one. What's wrong with me? I don't know how to do. Okay. And then you can write down fish. And then you draw another arrow after that. The fish is eaten by otter. And then you draw another arrow like this. Wait. Okay. So this is food chain. You can write down plants eaten by fish, eaten by what are other animals that eat? Stork. Okay, that one is another one. Okay, other than otter, you can replace this one with stork. So there are two food chains already. Okay. Okay, class, do you understand what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Have you done your writing? Have you done your work just now?
Yes.
Yes. If yes,
Yes.
I move on with other. We move on with another topic. Wait. Um. Okay. Now we talk about producer and consumer now. Okay. Why we must begin with plants? Okay. Do you still remember about photosynthesis? What is photosynthesis, class? Photosynthesis is a process.
To make their own food.
Who make which one make their own food?
Plants.
Plants. Yes, plants make their own food. What do plants need to make their own food? What is the basic need for plants?
Energy.
Water.
Water,
Sunlight.
sunlight, yes, and air. Okay, plants need water, air, and sunlight. So the sun is very important to the plants. Okay, so the plants need sunlight as their energy to make their own food. Why they need sunlight? Because they want to make their own food, and because that sunlight gives them energy. Okay, that's why plants are called as producer. Only plants that call as producer. Okay, if a human like us, we need to eat to get our energy. Where do we get the food? From the where do we get the
From
food?
the plant.
From the plants, like vegetables and fruits are plants. That one we get the food. We need to eat because we need the energy. So plants are our source of energy. Okay, same as other animals. Other animals cannot make their own food like plants. Human and animals cannot make their own food like plants. So they need plants as their main source of energy. Plants, they need the sun as their main source of energy. Okay, next one. Okay, now we talk about the animals. A squirrel is a consumer that feeds on fruits. A snake is also a consumer that feeds on squirrel. Okay, all the animals in the food chains are called as consumers. So animals obtain their energy from the food they feed on. The animals, they obtain the food from the food they feed on. Like squirrel, they get the energy from the plants. The snake will get the energy from eating other animals. Okay? So, do you understand so far?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that's why, yes, good. That's why in the food chain, we must start. If you want to build a food chain, you want to write, kalau nak cipta satu rantai makanan, you must start with plants. Mesti mula dengan tumbuhan. If you don't know the name of the plants, like waterweed lah, fruit lah, you don't know. So you just write down plants. Tulis saja plants. Okay? And then we start with animals that eat plants only, like squirrel. Not only plants, the animals that can eat the plants, yang boleh makan tumbuhan itu. Okay, and then you start with, and then we next one is the animals that can eat other animals. Okay, animals that can eat other animals like snake. Okay, eagle. Okay, yang boleh makan haiwan lain. Okay, this is very simple. And remember, the food chain is one way only, one way. One way means satu hala sahaja. itu dipanggil food chain. Because after this you will go advanced, you will learn about food web. Itu nantilah. So next one, the arrow. The arrow also shows the flow of energy transfer in a food chain. Energy transfer ialah perpindahan tenaga. Di mana kamu dapat tenaga daripada makanan, like that. So first, sunlight. Sunlight is the main source of energy in a food chain. Like this plant, grass, they get their energy from the sunlight. Okay, so they can make their own food, they can live. And then rats, okay, the rat eat the plants. The rat eat padi lah, for example, like any plants lah, macam padi ke beras padi lah. Okay, and then the rat is eaten by the snake. Lepas tu ada ular lagi makan tikus. And then the snake is eaten by eagle. Helang ini pula makan ular. So this arrow shows the flow of energy transfer. Okay, macam ada tenaga lah dipindahkan. Tenaga dipindahkan, tenaga dipindahkan, tenaga dipindahkan. Energy transfer. Okay, so as a conclusion, we can say these are example of which one is producer, which one is consumer. It's very easy. Anything that start with plants we call as producer. The animals after that we call as consumer. Consumer. If there's any animal over here, also consumer. So producer, consumer, consumer, consumer. Producer, consumer, consumer, consumer. Okay, so these are example of food chains. Next page in your textbook, page 79. Okay. So do you understand about producer and consumer?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Wait, let me check first what else after this. I finished already. Okay, class. Have you write down the one that I asked you to write just now in the picture? Wait, let me show you the picture first. Okay, so next one, I want to guide you how you want to do this exercise. Okay. Okay, can you see what I'm sharing right now? Wait. Can you see this one?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Okay, so this one you have to write down. Start with here lah. No need to draw. You write down in English only, like this. Food relationship between living things is known. Okay, write down A. Food relationship between living things is known. So you write the answer. Okay, you have learned about food chain. What is the meaning of food chain? What is the meaning of food chain? Look in your textbook.
Food relationship between living things.
Good. Food relationship between living things. So here is the answer is known as you write down as food chain. Yes, you write down known as food chain. Okay. And then B, what is the main source of energy for all food chains? The main source, the first one. What's your answer? Plants. Plants also need energy. Where do they get the energy?
Sunlight.
Sunlight. Sunlight is the main source. If there's no sunlight, the plants cannot live. And then the animals cannot get their food. Okay. You understand so far?
Yes.
Sunlight.
Yes.
Good. See, this one is a bit hard because just now I saw most of you cannot answer. Maybe you can answer, but you're too shy to say your answer. Construct a food chain based on the habitat shown in the diagram. This diagram shows a habitat. Okay, and there are animals as well here. So you write down the food chain. A food chain, that means only one food chain that you can create from this habitat. Okay, can you do it? Let me start with one. Okay, you start with algae here, ALGAE. You start with algae, and then you draw arrow, and then the rest of that one I will check after that. Okay. You've done good. Okay, this one you write down which one is producer and consumer in this. Oh, no. Sorry. In the food chain that you have write down. Okay. Can I do this? Okay. Okay, this one you write down the producer. Which one is producer? So of course our producer is algae. So write down algae. The consumers. One producer and consumer. That means you only write down one consumer in your food chain. Okay, last one. This one. Why are green plants important in the food chain? Okay, give your own answer. Think and then write your own answer. Okay, that's all for today. Do you have any questions?
No.
What do you understand? What is very hard? What is the hardest part in this topic? Building a food
Build
chain.
a food chain.
Oh, building a food chain. It's not problem. You don't need to draw. You just write down the name of animals only, and then you draw arrow. Arrow means eaten by. Okay, if you don't know this animal, what do this animal eat? You have to do your own research. Google on the internet. Okay, write down what do a squirrel eat? What does a snake eat? Right. You just Google it. Okay, but for your exercise, your exercise are different animals. Okay, so make sure you do it carefully. Okay, so I think that's all. Before we end our session, I want to turn on because I want to take your picture as evidence. Can you turn on the camera? Don't be shy. Show your face, like teacher. Turn on your camera, class. Hi, Arisa. Amira. Okay, don't forget to do your work. Jangan lupa sebab ada beberapa orang saja yang sentiasa hantar. Okay, good. Okay, ready? Wait. Wait because I want to macam mana nak suruh dia semua nampak. Okay, patutlah. Okay. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Sekali lagi. Arina lambat sangat. Baru pakai tudung tak? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you for listening. Okay, don't forget to do your work. Okay. And then kalau ada soalan, jangan malu bertanya. Message saja kepada teacher. Okay. Okay, that's all for today. Do your work and then pass up your work. Take your picture and then you give to me. Okay. That's all. Thank you for listening. Bye.
Thank you, madam.
Welcome.
Thank you, madam.
Bye. Thank you. You can leave.
Thank you, madam.
Welcome.
Thank you, madam. Bye.
Bye.